Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide, Africans trying to flee Ukraine still complain of being blocked and of racist treatment. Africans fleeing the conflict in Ukraine have said they faced racism and discrimination in Ukraine and at neighboring border posts. A number of reports and footage posted on social media in the past week has shown acts of discrimination and violence against African and Caribbean citizens, many of them studying in Ukraine while fleeing Ukrainian cities and at some of the country's border posts. Some Africans said officials rudely stopped them from crossing the border for days in spite of the cold and lack of food and other supplies, even as they let white refugees enter the country. Some were also denied hotel admissions to shield them from the cold nights, with hotels stating that admission was for whites only. Social media users were outraged by some of the videos shared, with one clearly showing a Ukrainian policeman refusing Africans from boarding a train out of Ukraine. Somalia and Kenya. Somalia's nullified oil exploration deal fuels heat in Mogadishu and Nairobi. Somalia's controversial oil deal with the US oil firm last week is raising suspicions in Nairobi amid an unresolved maritime border dispute between the two countries. On February 19th, Somalia's Petroleum and Mineral Resources Minister announced the signing of 7 production sharing agreements, PSAs, with Coastline Exploration. A US company co-founded by a Russian oligarch says it is focused on the East African oil scene. Soon after the announcement, the country's top leadership, the President, the Prime Minister, and the Auditor General declared the deal null and illegal. The deal has left Kenyan officials confused, especially after Somalia's top leadership reversed contracts, making it impossible to file a protest note to Mogadishu. Kenya has said it is concerned about firms entering into deals for resources in dispute. Kenya and Somalia have been entangled in a maritime border dispute since 2014, when Mogadishu sued Nairobi at the International Court of Justice in The Hague, seeking to redraw their maritime boundary. Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo recovers more than $2 billion from corrupt Israeli tycoon. The Democratic Republic of Congo has signed an amicable agreement with the Ventura group of Israeli businessman Dan Gettler to end the legal dispute between them and allow the country to retain some assets, the government has announced. According to the government, the blocks and assets to be reclaimed are valued at more than $2 billion. The deal also allows the country to recover a sustainable part of the royalties from the Kamoto Copper Company, also owned by Dan Gettler. However, nothing has been said about royalties from the Mutanda mining and metal coal projects in the southeast of the country, estimated by NGOs to be worth more than $600 million. Gettler, an Israeli businessman, is still under US sanction after being accused of corruption. In March 2021, Washington reinstated sanctions against the tycoon who made his fortune in the mining sector in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Zimbabwe. Chinese granite miner corruptly obtained license, court hears. 2 mines and mining development ministry workers have appeared at the Marondera Magistrate Court facing a charge of criminal abuse of office after they allegedly approved issuance of granite mining certificates to a Chinese company in Uzumba and Mutoko. The 2, who are employed as survey and geological technicians respectively at the Mashonaland East Ministry provincial offices in Marondera, have been arraigned before the court after their alleged corrupt activities were unearthed by the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission. They are accused of contravening Section 31 of the Mines and Minerals Act, which prohibits people from pegging or prosecuting in villages without written consent of the occupiers or that of the local authority. Uganda. Uganda opens $200 million iron ore smelting plant. Uganda has commissioned a $200 million iron ore smelting plant, which will help the region reduce its reliance on scrap metal, billets, and coal for raw materials. Tembo Steels Uganda Limited is building a facility in Iginga, eastern Uganda, with a capacity to produce 1.2 million tons of metal per year. The region is facing a scarcity of cast iron scrap. Tanzania and Rwanda used to be sources of cast iron, but it is no longer available in those countries. The project will allow Uganda to supply smelted iron ore and products to its domestic market, as well as Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Uganda spends over $360 million annually on the importation of steel, with at least 70% on the importation of coils and billet products. Some 30% is spent on finished iron and steel products, the firm said. Uganda has confirmed iron ore deposits of over 500 million tons. These include hematite iron ore found in Muko in Kabale and Kisoro district of southwestern Uganda, the magnetite iron ore in Sukulu and Bukusu in Tororo district in eastern Uganda. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. Great news, you can now pre-order our children's book Maua and the Gardens of Plenty, a book that teaches children the power of great ideas. This book is the best way to start exposing your children to African stories told by Africans. Find the purchase link in the description below. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member, Patreon or donor. And remember,